Hey guys, welcome to your Long COVID Transformation. I'm your guide Betsy and I am so glad that you're here. Today I am continuing my video series on exercises for long COVID. Yes, you can actually exercise when you have long COVID, you just have to be very strategic about it and possibly redefine your idea of what exercise is. Before we get started, just want to make sure you know that I am not a licensed medical professional. And the information that I share in these videos is just that, information only, and is not to be taken as medical advice. Please contact your healthcare provider before you do make any health-related decisions for yourself, particularly exercise. As I said, these exercises today do not require any equipment. I've got the back of a chair here for some balance. I'm going to use a wall at one point. Some of these you can also use leaning against a counter. So let's get started. The first one I'm going to start with is the calf raise. I usually do 2 to 3 sets of 10 of each of these exercises. Really, it just depends on how I'm doing that particular day. For the calf raises, all you do is lift up on your toes. From the side, there we go. There's 5. And 10. Next is going to be just your basic squat. This is one, if you're not familiar with the term, basically you squat as if you're sitting down in a chair. 1. When you're doing these, you want your knees to be angled over your feet. And there's 6, I think, 7. And 10. And then wall push-ups. You can do these on the floor if you like. You can also do these leaning against the edge of a counter. Wherever you're at, that's where you start. And you're just doing a regular push-up, but you're leaning against a wall. The closer you are to being horizontal, in other words on the floor, the more intense the workout is for these next few. I'm just going to move my feet back a little bit. And 10. The other ones I'm going to show you are very good for the hips. This is just the leg lift. Do it out to the side. As I kick the door. And then other side, of course, you want to balance everything out. Always do both sides when you're doing something with just one of your limbs. And then I will also do the leg lifts both to the front and to the rear, and I usually do those together. 1. When you're doing all of these, you want to make sure you're keeping your back straight. Only extend through what is comfortable for you. Same with the number of exercises you do, the number of reps in each set. If 1 or 2 is all you can do, that's great. That's better than none. With everything that I teach, the idea is you start where you're at right now. And then, once you get comfortable, you can build. And I was talking and I totally forget what number I'm on here, so we're going to say that that's 10. It feels about right. There are some other exercises that you can do here, seated, and just a basic leg lift. If you hear the occasional thud, that is the cat reminding me that he expects full access to the office whenever he requires. Let me see if he'll come in. Yeah, there comes Cheerio. And then another one that you can do is seated marching, which is what it sounds like. Just lift the legs up, one after another. Typical cat. Now he thinks he wants out again now that he's in. But there you go. Just some basic exercises. Most are for strengthening. The seated marching is a little bit more towards the cardio side of exercise. But again, do whatever you're comfortable with. Start where you're at right now and gradually build from there with your healthcare provider's approval. Thank you for joining me, and spread joy, not germs.